reports on big companies, IT companies like TCS, Infosys, Cognizant, which else? Wipro. I think this is not working. Hopefully this is working. Wipro and Tech Mahindra, they were doing massive layoffs. And I got calls from H-1B people, even from US, from San Jose, California, from entire US, people who had no option to get green card in the US, and they wanted to find some other way to go somewhere else. And Canada was a direct choice. That's why I wrote this article. Do you have LinkedIn profile? Yes. Did you read this article? No. Have you? You read this article? What did you read? What did you read in this article?
Yes.
You can take a microphone and then.
In Facebook.
My proposal to these people, the technical people, were that if you have an engineering degree, if you have a science background, if you have professional experience, and you have English skills, US green card is not easy to get. First of all, you have to get H-1B. There's a lottery system. Before that, you have to find an employer. They are charging money, recruiters are charging money, and then of course there's expenses, and we don't know whether you get the lottery or not. Even if you get the lottery and you get the H-1B, it will be approximately around 12 to 15 years before somebody gets a green card. Does anybody of you have a green card? You have a green card? Do you know what a green card looks like? No. Do you know any of your friends who have a green card? No? Do you speak anything, or do you have a voice? Can you speak up? I can't hear. Most people in South India, when I come to Hyderabad and Bangalore, they always do like this. And they don't talk. I do not. Do you talk at home, or you don't talk at home? Can you speak up when I say so? I know you're not sleeping at least.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you know anybody who has a green card?
No.
Do you know? Have you seen a green card? No. Good. To get a green card is a dream of an Indian national anywhere in India to go to America to get a green card. Whether he's a techie guy or not, that's what the thing. Many people who are in the US, they don't have an option to get the green card quick. That means they have to wait that amount of time, at least 12 to 13 years before they can get their I-140 approved and get a petition for green card. So what I said was that these people and others, especially technical people, should actually apply for Canada. And that's the article I wrote. And that's got a lot of attention, and a lot of people were calling me left and right. And that's how I decided to come to Hyderabad and Bangalore to talk to people like you. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about Canada immigration options and how to apply for Canada, what are the documents required, what are the procedures, and then what I will also do is, so we have close to 3 hours, less than 3 hours I would say. We will take some sample cases of somebody among you, so that I will do an assessment. I will assess for you whether you are eligible for Canada or not, and other people can follow my example, and you can self-assess on your own. And the last part of the session will be that you can ask questions, any question that you want to ask. So that's the format of the thing today. So how many of you know about express entry? You know express entry? Everybody know express entry?
No.
Huh?
No, we know.
You don't?
No.
Who said you know about express entry? Yes. What is express entry? Can you give the mic? My question is, what is express entry?
So there is this specialized skill set which is required by Canada agency. So either it can be a technical or non-technical. So they are related to certain points like your education, qualifications, age, whether you are married or unmarried. And there is this CRS points where we need to gain certain points, like if it is more than 400 or province.
That's good. That's good. So So I could not find a better video, but this will give you a small snapshot of what express entry is. All right, just take a look.
Skills and ability to contribute to Canada's economy. They also bring diversity and help build vibrant communities. If you are an experienced professional or skilled worker and you want to come to Canada permanently, take advantage of the express entry system. Language ability, education, and other needs. Meet the criteria, you will be placed in the express entry pool. You will get points and be given a score based on the information in your profile. Your score will be used to determine your position in the pool. The top candidates in the pool are then invited to apply for permanent residence. Start by using the Come to Canada online tool to see if you meet the criteria to get into the express entry pool. This step will take about 15 minutes to complete. We need to know your language ability in English or French. You'll have to take a language test at one of the approved testing agencies before filling out your profile. Have these things ready: your language test results and the skill type of the job your work experience is in, and, if different, the job you plan to have in Canada. Find the skill type of your job in Canada's job classification system, the National Occupational Classification, or NOC. Use our online tool at canada.ca. Code will show on the screen. Write this code down. You will need it later when you go to build your express entry profile. The next step is to gather the other things you will need to fill out your express entry profile. This may take some time, so start getting your information together right away. You will need 1. Your personal reference code from the Come to Canada tool. 2. Where you have lived over the last 10 years or since the age of 18. 3. Details about your work experience for the last 10 years or since the age of 18, such as dates of work, start and end, contact, including address, and hours of work per week. 4. Your passport information. 5. If you have one, a copy of your written job offer from an employer in Canada. 6. Information about your family members, including dependent children. If you have a spouse, you will need his or her information, including their language assessment and education assessment if available. If you have any questions while filling out your profile, look for the question mark button and click it. Remember, filling out a profile is not the same as applying. If you get an invitation to apply for permanent residence, we will ask for proof of the information you gave us in your express entry profile. Remember, be completely truthful in your profile. We can refuse your application profile. You can find more information by clicking the button that looks like a question mark. Visit our online help center if you have any other questions. An important note: completing an online express entry profile or entering the pool does not guarantee that you will get an invitation to apply. It is only the first step. A final reminder: having the correct information and documents before you fill out your profile will speed up the overall process.
So, skilled people who have experience, who have education, who have language skills. Language means English or French. If you speak English or French, if you have education, and if you have experience of at least 1 year, the combination of these 3 factors can make your profile on an express entry platform. So thousands and thousands of people are applying on a daily basis from all over the world, not only from India. They are applying from Africa, they are applying from China, they are applying from the US, they are applying from all the countries where we don't even know where these countries are. Everywhere they are applying. Every year, Canadian immigration system takes in about 3 lakh PR visa will be issued in different categories. Approximately about 70 to 80,000 of them will be under express entry, approximately. You are competing against the global talent of skilled people to go to Canada. Why Canada? Because Canada is one of those countries where everybody wants to go. There are only 2-3 countries in the world where people would like to go today. One is, of course, America. Second is Canada. Third is Australia. These are English-speaking countries where many people from India are already there, and you can go and you can reasonably find a job and become settled and make money. There are other countries like Germany and, England, where there are a lot of problems. Or you can go to China, Japan or something, but nobody wants to go there. It boils down to only America and Canada, and third is Australia. America right now is not a good atmosphere, good political climate to get the green card. So At the end of the day, Canada is a very attractive option for many people like you who want to take your family and yourself and live there permanently. So the first step is express entry, which you just saw. So in express entry, we need these three things to get started to make your profile. Any questions so far? Mandatory. Either you speak English or you speak French. You have to take test in one of these languages to prove that you have adequate level of language comprehension. So, and I will show you how much score you need. So everybody from India, like if you don't speak French, you can take IELTS and you need minimum 60. Just those questions right there. So what we want to see is, do you know the point system? How much points do you need to qualify? 67?
Eligibility is 67.
67. Okay. So do you know how? What are the subcomponents of the 67 points?
Yes.
You know them?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me how much do we need points in the system here on the three factors? And it's very clear right here. To get started on the profile, we need 67 points. If we do not have 67 points, then we cannot apply. End of the story. All right. So education. Depending on what education do you have a master's degree or PhD or something, that's how the points you get for 35, 23 and so forth. And experience, as you said, 15 is the maximum, so 15 points right here. So if you have minimum 1 year, then you get 9 points and 11 and 15, that's how it goes. And there are points for age, there are points for if you have a job offer, there are points for adaptability, that means you have some family relatives in Canada, or you have previously studied in Canada, or you have worked in Canada. Did I do something? I didn't do that. So based on those adaptability factors, you get the points. That's how the points are calculated. So what we want to do is maybe as any of you who's interested, we can look at the profile, typical profile right now, and to see that whether you qualify or not, so that the rest of the other people can actually learn from you. Is that okay? So anybody who's interested, you can raise your hands and then we will look at the profile of that person live right now. You can maybe possibly close off all the phones because it's too distracting. Just turn off all the phones for now. So anybody. Too much of sound in the AC. I don't know how getting assessed. Maybe you can come forward and we can assess his profile. Okay. How much are your points on the age?
He is 11, sir.
Huh?
11.
11.
11. Okay. So keep writing down on a piece of paper your points of 11. We need to know whether you have experience or not. What is your experience in?
Six years experience.
In what?
In
Automobile sales.
I'm
Retail
sorry?
sales. Retail sales of automobile.
Retail sales. Now we have to look at your. So what do you do? Are you retail sales engineer or what?
No, in automobile directly we sell to customers like sales.
Are you a sales manager?
Yeah. Senior.
Senior relationship.
I can't hear you.
Senior relationship.
Well, let's see. I don't have anything for relationship. It's like customer service manager.
Yeah, customer service.
Customer service.
That is one. Retail and wholesale trade managers is
Be very clear what is the actual NOC code that we are identifying ourselves. So are you working in a car dealership or
Yes,
a car
exactly.
dealership?
exactly.
So let's take a look. You probably are retail sales manager actually. Let me see. find out whether your experience matches the one which is required in Canada. All right, so we will look at the description now, and then match it with if you have. If we match it, then that means it's the right NOC code. If not, then we have to go back again. Hyderabad is very slow. I thought it's a very high-tech city. For now, I'm going to give you points because I can't wait for this thing to load. So did you say you have 6 years experience?
Yes.
So just add 15 points for now. What is the education that you have?
Bachelor of Arts. Bachelor of Arts.
Is it 4-year degree or 3-year?
3.
1 degree. How many degrees do you have?
1 degree.
1 degree, yes. So look at the points. How much points do you have? 21?
Yeah.
Yeah, just write yourself 21 points. Now remember this, all your degrees and diplomas have to be assessed from Canada through something called an education credential assessment. Only when the Canadian agency gives you a assessment, then you can take these points. So just because you have a degree from Osmania University, it's a very good university, you cannot take points, you have to get it assessed first in Canada. Bachelor's degree?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give yourself 21 points.
We have few new entrants here. If you just tell them what we are doing, like we are assessing the applicant.
Guys, first of all, guys, I don't know how many people came late. If you have an appointment for visa at the American Embassy or Canadian High Commission, and the time was given as 10 o'clock to get the visa, and you end up at going there at 11 o'clock, are you going to get the visa? Well, what do you think? Why do you think this is different? You've got to be punctual on time, right? Don't you think? If you're going to Canada or America or anywhere, this is the minimum they expect from employees. You go there, your job starts at 10 o'clock and you start at 11 o'clock, I think you'll be fired on the same day. Sorry to say, I apologize by saying this, but this is the fact. Time is money. We are discussing express entry profile, how to calculate points to see if they are eligible or not, and we are looking at the point system of this gentleman to see whether he will.
Yes.
All right. Writing, speaking, how much score do you have?
Writing is 5.
Okay.
Reading is 4.5.
Okay.
Speaking is 4.5.
Okay.
And listening is 5.
Okay. Now, by the way, I want to show you. What for express entry, the score in English is minimum 6,666. If you do not have 6,666, you better go home. No, not you. Means Canada does not want people to apply less than 6. I will show you here. So, writing, reading, listening, speaking, it starts with minimum 6. If he has minimum 6, then he gets 16 points. I'm just going to assume, all right, for now that he has 666. So now, if he has 6666, then he will get 16 points in English. Just write yourself 16 points for now. Okay. So now he is. We need minimum 67 points, so he is short of 4 points. So let us take a look at, and you have no job offer, I assume, right?
Yes.
So let us take a look at what other points he can get. If his wife can take an English test, then he can get extra 5 more points. So the wife has to take the IELTS test and get a basic CLB level 4, which is very, very low. I think it's easy. Then he can get 5 more points. So 63 plus 5, 68. So we crossed the 67 barrier. That means, based on all this information and the wife, if they take the IELTS test, you will have minimum of is required to do express entry profile. Is that more or less clear? There's no option. Then there are other options. You must go to Canada on a study visa first to get the points, or you or your wife, or if you have relatives in Canada who are Canadian citizens or PR, then you can get those points. Otherwise, in this case, you have no other option. That is why sometimes people call me, and the parents are asking me that we want to get our son married. And I'm asking them, why are you calling me? I'm not a marriage bureau. And they're asking me, what kind of girl should we get so that they can get the points for Canada? So I tell them, you need to forget about everything. You need to first talk to the girl whether she speaks English or not, so that she takes the test, so you get extra 5 points. And plus, you will see in the comprehensive ranking system, if your wife also has a bachelor's degree, master's degree, and a